chance to home, several small homes, and with all the materials you see, be able to construct something that you can live in on the property, 18 acres, for the rest of your life. Not only do you only spend it one time to buy your space and get all the materials, $25,000 or $50,000 will buy you a space in Salvage, Texas. Not the land, but a community interest that you will own or be able to sell immediately if you want for 4 times the money. What? All these materials, crown, trim, flooring, windows, beadboard, doors, all of this you can trade in at 4 times the money. If you decide not to take a space and build your house here, you take the $25,000 or $50,000 worth of materials away with you, plus double? No. Triple? No. If you believe in me enough to put your $25,000 in, I'll give you $100,000 of, not full retail value, that's wholesale value even, on doors, windows, flooring, beadboard like this for your wainscot, gorgeous stuff. Or all the stuff you can imagine from lumber, longleaf pine, black walnut, cypress, and new old stock. What's that mean? That means stuff that's never been installed. Like windows that were made, would you believe, in 1800s, 1895, hand-blown glass. You can see by the reflection. If you look at the reflection in there, you can see all the waves in the glass. That was hand-blown. And I have not just 1 or 2. I have, goodness gracious, hundreds. In fact, thousands of windows. This is my small warehouse. So from lumber to trim to windows to siding to flooring, all of that is contained in these warehouses. Look at this 16-foot long, 1 by 8, actually it's about 1/2 inch by 8 tongue and groove. Rare. And on top of that, look at the weathering on one side. It's beautiful weathering. I hope you can see it. There we go, maybe. And on the other side, it's perfectly smooth. Now, there's other things like thousands of feet of flooring, rough sawn lumber. Oh, there's even siding, 20-foot long. And all of this is yours to pick from and build anything you want. Millions and millions of dollars of inventory. If you buy in, this is your resource bank at no cost to build, and then when you sell, pay back the community part, and you keep a big chunk. As much as 50% of everything you build you could keep, and the rest goes back to the community to pay for all the electrical, all the plumbing. And if you're good, it goes back to pay for the traveling all around the country, around the world, for the best to go teach others how to do this. This isn't just 1 rack, kids. That is 3 long racks of 20-foot long stock. That batch alone is 5-foot wide longleaf pine flooring from 1800s. It's worth about $10,000. That's full 2-inch diameter longleaf pine beams. There's 1x12s, 16-foot, 20-foot long. Some of them even wider than 12-inch. All of this you have access to. There's a nice stairwell. Look at how pretty. You put it back together and put it into a house real easily. Some of the things I have literally are windows and doors and spindles, things that have never even been installed in cypress. Spindles, black walnut, made in the 1800s. All of this, if you're a craftsman, if you're one of the people that moves here and becomes a salvage artist, you can use all of these to make stuff with and not pay for any of it in advance. Not to mention have the tools here to make it with. The nails, the screws, the saws, the sanders, and hopefully some elders to help share their knowledge and teach others how to do this. This is all part of what I like to do. It's a ministry to Salvage. I would love to set the whole place up to respect God and all the gifts He's given us instead of throwing them in the dump. This I brought all the way from India. There's literally a chapel worth of church. Pews. Everything you can imagine. That's the top of the cubicles in the old days, the glass that you would be able to see through, see the person next to you, but not necessarily have them get COVID on you. So all this stuff, look at that. There's a nice big barn doors, for example, with the hinges still on it. More. A portion of what you get. Go ahead and decide to become one of the Navy members who are part of a community known as Salvage, Texas. It's an embassy sitting in the middle of Texas, right near Austin, San Antonio. In the back is a whole row of all new old stock windows. You would be able to go ahead and get to Austin in 45 minutes. You get to San Antonio in 45 minutes, but it's not getting to you. That means a lot. And on top of that, no 5G, we have trees, and we have birds, and we have ponds, and we have fish. There's 30 houses worth of doors and windows just on that top level. So as you look through here and you see all this, and you think, man, I could do something with that. Why not buy in for $25,000 and have a space? And if you want to build a house, all the materials to build a house, and stay here for life, never paying another dollar rent. That's right. Because you'll be working and helping all this happen. And if you're not living here, then your house can be used for bed and breakfast. So you can write it off your taxes and then be able to go ahead and travel the world if you're on the board. And most of the members here will be able to get the benefit. If you can go off and do a seminar and teach others how to do it, Salvage Texas will pay for it. Better still, as you go along and you start selling things, this is just hardware for building into stuff. I want to go ahead and get all this 3D imaged, and then we can have 3D printers and have people print it out. So, if you want to go ahead and get involved, and you want to invest $25,000 to $50,000, borrow it if you have to. I don't care how you get it necessarily, but you invest it, and it is then yours in the form of materials. Either $100,000 in materials, doorknobs, hardware, all this you could trade out for it, $4 to the dollar you invest. So if you put $25,000 in, you get a space. You put $50,000 in, you get a bigger space out there, maybe waterfront property. Yeah, waterfront property with fish and turtles and beavers and birds all around you. And I have 25 spaces that I think people could live in and be thrilled with it. Peaceful, quiet, and oh, by the way, it is literally a fortress. It has a perimeter wall, and in the back it even has a moat that goes all the way around the main area. We have caves and all sorts of cool things. Not to mention, this area I'm in and others could be turned into retail, and you can make stuff from jewelry to all sorts of things out of this at no cost up front. And then, as we sell things, you and others share in the rewards. Hopefully, I'll be traveling around the world, and you won't have to tolerate my incessant workaholism of trying to make things happen before I go. Now I'm 70, kids, but a lot of you are young, 50, 60, and you can have a whole new career between where you are now and my age. And with all these resources, if you can't make all the money you possibly need to have a really cool life, I don't know what sort of opportunity you could possibly make it happen for you. Because this truly is, all this stuff is part of your $25,000 or $50,000 investment. Not all of it, but most of it, you'll be able to have access to. I have my favorite things. Sometimes I decide to keep some stuff, but I got too much stuff. You can't imagine. You can't imagine. I was the antique doorknob collector president and vice president Antique Doorknob Collectors of America. Can you tell I might have gotten just a little bit, what would you say, obsessed? Look at this. Did you know that at one time a doorknob with an elk on it sold for $9,400? Another time, another doorknob with a dog sticking his head out of it sold for $8,400. So you could have all sorts of things, samples, and use these for making canes, posts, or even making doors work. Look at that. And so if you decided all this is at your fingertips, as we go ahead and sell this off and spend all the money to make sure it does not go to taxes to pay for war. Now, many things that you could sell would make you a ton of money personally. If you create something with them, it'll make you much more. You can develop your brand. You can have a shop. You can have a workspace in the back. You can pay effectively a rental space like a business, except you can barter it out. And if something happens, you have a bad month, you're part of the community. You're going to get cut some slack. We're not out here to break your back. We're out to help you grow. And so, if you know people that love stained glass, that love hardware, that love all these things, man, share with them. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. And guess what? The bonus, for those of you that are watching right now, this is cobalt blue Japanese tile. Now, this is on the San Tropez condominiums, the most expensive condominiums ever built in the state of Texas. I've used it to make a beautiful bookcase out of, but it sells for $1,500 for 100 square feet. Why? Because it's thick, it's hand glazed with cobalt, it's heavy baked clay, 2,800 degrees, it's extremely hard, as in hail won't break it, and a fire won't burn it, and DEW, direct energy weapons, won't cut through it. Laser will not cut it, amazingly enough, unless it's a super duper hyper weapons grade, and even worse than it takes to burn down a house. I have 20,000 square feet of it in stock, and I can sell that for $500 a square, and it sells retail for $1,500 a square. And if you put it on your house, I'll include the trim at that price. What a deal! Not just the field, but all the trim. If you live here and choose to build a house here, that roof in a $50,000 house deal or $25,000 house deal is part of it if you want it. Yes, you could have that roof on your house, $1,500 a square normally. A house typically has about 6 or 7 squares, maybe 8 squares to a roof, 10 squares to a roof. That's the equivalent of $15,000 in tile as part of your deal, $25,000. Just the roof alone would be worth $15,000 if you pick that. Now, if you sell that, you make at least 100 for every square you sell. Every 100 square feet you sell, you make 100, and that's even if we discount it to 400. Isn't that amazing? So, all the stuff you see is money. Who gets to have it? Do you want to end up looking like this when you get old and not being very happy looking? I wouldn't. But there are people out there that would love to be able instead to dress up for costume. That's the, yes, Queen of Pearls. And I think it just may be painted on glass. If it is, wow. So this was a house up in Austin. UT now has it for their headquarters for the school, for the teacher school. All these little toys and trinkets, if you help sell them, you make part of the money. These are old boxes. That's a really cool old box. I found a room. The room was in the top of a house taken down called the El Campo Expedition. We did a seminar. 3 women over 49 and 5 kids took down a house in a matter of days. 7 days. Okay, this is your mom knob. Yeah, see, this is mom, or originally it was woodsman of the world, but you could use it as a wow knob too. Put that on your door, put your mom's eyeball in the middle of there, and I guarantee you, you'll definitely get some interest. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and think about this. You tell your friends, I've been on 15 minutes. That's more than anybody can endure in this day and age. But I assure you, it was worth it if you paid attention. Because if you did, you realize after my son passed away, I mothballed away millions and millions of dollars worth of stuff. And I would love to have people come back and use the paints and use the art rooms and all the drafting tables and all the stuff that's been stashed away. This room has had many a seminar over the years. We clean it back up and have the tables in here, and we can meet, talk, share, eat, have houses in the back, and create a community based on pure salvage living, healthy living, no toxins, no plastics, no vinyls. Clean this place up again. I put it in dormancy. It's been 10 years. I want to bring it out without taking out a loan. I want to get everybody a chance. Everybody a chance to at least one time in their life have a chance to become an entrepreneur, buy a space, and never have to pay again. No more rent, no more payments. You get the materials for the house, but we have to put it together. If enough of you come and take me up on my offer, you help each other put your houses together. That's all it takes. All the fasteners are here. I've got nails enough to build many houses just to get started. I have all the plumbing here to do several houses. I have electrical here to do at least a half a dozen or more houses. We have a welding department that's been in dormant. We have a stained glass department, a painting department, and also lots of things to make cool stuff out of, like my, how would you believe, stove floor collection of stoves, wood stove feet. Yeah. Now we put those on the bottom of beams, you can make a lot of cool stuff. Again, salvage art. If we sell it, you make 50% and the other 50% goes to the house. The house is Salvage, Texas. The place you live that pays for all of your taxes, pays for utilities, and we can bring this all back to life. But I have to act now. If I go out and get the loan, I can't provide the opportunity for people to stay here once I pull a new loan. But if enough people come in, 20 people at 25,000, 10 people at 50,000, and they get their spaces to build in, we move these houses out of the way. You can build more houses in these spaces. This house is for sale as part of it. Somebody comes in and decides they want $100,000. They get the house and the space to put it on for the rest of their life. All together, with the porches and everything added on, for $150,000, the house, the place to put it, already built. No taxes, no utilities. Now, tell me, who else has ever made an offer like that? Say you want to build your house, you want to pick your parts out. It doesn't matter what it costs on the shelf. You get to pick it. You get to use it. If it's not excluded, and there's very little excluded from your choices, all these things can be used to build incredible houses. And if you don't know what an incredible house looks like, well, Tiny Texas Houses has made many of them, and never the same one twice. So I want to invite you, please, rent the bed and breakfast. We have a few of them out there, investor houses, because you get to write them off in 10 years, and then they're worth nothing for taxes. So you can technically give them to your children, tax-free. Now this house is going to have a fold-down table instead of that one. It has a nice kitchen in it. It's going to have a bar in front of me, so that you'll be able to sit there. This is a nice sink. We save more energy not mining the ore, not making the sink, and not putting the coating on it than this house we use in 10 years. That's a single piece of cypress top. You'll be able to put whatever kind of doors you want in front of it to customize it. Trim it out the way you want. A little nook over there. In the bathroom, we'll have a commode, and then a big shower in the corner, a sink over here, and a wall right here that separates it. That door will go out to a side porch. It's actually a pantry, and it wraps around the front of the house. It goes all the way around over there, and it's closed in with screens and everything. That's how it would finish up if somebody bought it, the way I envision it. And that way they have an incredible house and a place to put it, all for $150,000, and never have another payment, never have utilities, never have any more worries about somebody taking it away and kicking you off your land for the rest of your life. That's what I faced from a predator banker that's going around Texas taking away land from innocent people by not letting them pay it off. So I battled that for 10 years. I have a chance to buy out. $550,000. No, it's all 10 people. And then for the rest of their lives, they live here for free. And they get to live in houses like this that are built naturally. And when they do, that one, for example, that's a house there. And if somebody puts in 50,000, they get that house on their space and can finish it out as they like. And they can even build another one later if they wish. If you get the spaces to put them on, you can have the house. And the materials for it will be free. Anything we have. This is Trinity's house. It is absolutely beautiful. And she's getting to build it herself, learn how to do the cabinetry, learn how to do the carpentry. And yes, Trinity did not know how to do any of it before. All this space here is called Manifestation Bay, and we reorganize it. There'll be a space for a house there, a house there, a house there, and that might be your house being built, and the next person's house. You can all share the load. You might be a painter. You might have somebody who's a framer. And if we all work together, then it's not hard. That's the goal, to show that a community can build houses, literally. And people can live in the houses for their whole life without having to pay for them every month to a bank for interest, because we don't charge interest. So if you decide to add a house once you're here and you want to buy a package of materials, well, guess what? If you produce stuff, you don't have to buy a package of materials. It will be free because you will be one of the members of the community. And if you're doing good and wonderful, great things, the rest of the members will vote to let you have any materials you want. Tubs, sinks, windows, railings. It is all available, guys, as part of the deal. For the few sane, nice, good-hearted people that come. I don't want any demons. I don't want any major drama cases that are going to ruin life for everybody. That's one of the deals. You do have to go ahead and at least be able to kind of get along. This is all plugged up with a bunch of stuff, but this is a shower. And the house inside that Trinity is doing is absolutely fascinating. I'll try to give you a little view of it, but you can kind of see. All the windows will be different. Stained glass that's not in yet. All sorts of stained glass. And Trinity has got to build this herself, learning how to do carpentry, cabinetry, upholstery that she already knew how to do a little bit. And this will be her bedroom and master suite when we are done. And her bathroom, a kitchen, back porch on it, a little front porch on it. There'll be a kitchen there, and the kitchen is actually going to have a beautiful, cool countertop made from a piano. And most people don't have that kind of option, but in our little place, you can get really creative and be able to go ahead and do things that nobody else can do because you build in the portable building class. I told you I got saws, drills. We got a dust collection system to set up a nice shop again. We got a saw that even turns off if you put your finger on the blade so it doesn't cut it off for you. All sorts of tools. All sorts of tools. Waiting. Ready. What I want to see is the people to be able to come in and to go ahead and, yeah, look at that. And have some skills. Buy in, and you don't just get a place to put a house and the materials to build a house. You get a place to put a business, and you won't have to pay for your business space getting it off the ground. That's a nice little planer. You need to share tools instead of having to have all your own tools right off the bat. And you have people that know how to use them, help train you. This is the goal. This is the goal. So anybody gets the house, the retreat, that's called the retreat. You buy that house, you get a space to put it at. Watch one of my other videos, you'll see the spaces. They're beautiful. Waterfront property with a view, hidden in the woods. Got them all. So please, guys. I know, unbelievable. Who makes that kind of an offer? I do. I have no heirs. I have built what could be a legendary community someday. Not lived in solely by me, but now that it's built, if you build it, they will come. If you come, I get to leave and travel to share this story and to send more people back for you to teach. And then they go off and build pure salvage outposts in their towns and help build houses for other people that need them. That's the goal. To teach people how to build houses, but also how to do art, how to make tables, functional art, how to take all this lumber. I've got incredible amounts of lumber here. If you come here and want to make tables, oh boy, have I got some wood. That's all mesquite, cypress, longleaf pine, tile to build your house. But look at that, you can pick that tile for your house. That comes with a deal. If you want to build a house, $25,000, $50,000, you can pick that tile. You can pick this tile. You can pick the blue tile. It's all included in the deal. Look at that for your countertop. That's cypress, 2 foot wide. Or live oak. Or mesquite. All included in the price. What I have to do is I have to get 10 people at 500, 20 people at 25,000. I may take a few extra people on, but I don't want more people. I want us to all get along. And the more people we have, the harder it is to get along. So initially, once that group is assembled, and once the board is done, and a trust is set up, you guys will probably be the ones to run it. So I want good people. Tell the people you know that want to invest, maybe for their grandchildren. They can learn how to do all this as a skill. Then learn how to sell them, learn how to market them. If you got land, make it a ranch where people can come and live there, life estate, and don't give up the land. And down the road one day, you're not losing anything, but you're giving a whole lot of people opportunities. And that's what this is about. Opportunities. Hey, I like this one better. On this one right here. So, please, tell your friends. You could be building houses like this. You could be doing this instead of me. I've been doing it. I've been writing. I've written 12 million words in the last few years. It's time for me to put them into books, to market them, and if I can, inspire. Look at all the cabinet doors already built. Just stacks of them, waiting for somebody to just put them on the wall. There's so many opportunities. So much stuff. Please, tell your friends. Share. Get in touch. This is important to me. I want to leave this to a community. They need to have skin in the game. That's not much skin. And you don't have much time. That's the hard part. I just finally got the total from the bank. If I have to refinance this, I can't sell out interest. So until I pay the $500,000 off, and I may have to pay it off by selling land, I may sell this, because if nobody gives a shit, I'm 70. I can't wait for the next generation that might give a damn. I was kind of hoping they'd come along while I'm still alive. You know how that is. Trying to get a drink. Yeah. So, if you would, sorry about that, excuse me. Tell your friends. Get in touch. Look at my website, tinytexashouses.com. I've got articles going on. Questionnaires. Make sure you're sane. Make sure you're not going to come here and kill people. I'm joking, but I'm not. So please, 10 days, tell your friends. See if we can make this viral. Salvage, Texas could become an embassy for all that can be done with salvage. All American built. No imports. No toxins. You with me? I pray. I really, truly pray you are. Share. Thanks for the help. Love you. Bye. Are you, yeah. Did you watch? And are you happy? They want a questionnaire. So did you watch it and would you like it? That's rare. Thank you. Start poll, and if I can figure out how to turn this off, we're done, guys. Thank you. Have a great day. Oh, look at that. Somebody commented on a link. What do you know? Bye. No, I can't figure out how to turn it off. There we go. Yes, I want to stop streaming, so see you later.